So we're gonna walk back to our water system today, and I'm gonna show you what we have going on hooked up there. The water system goes back down here. This is a stream, and then it's way back in the woods over there. Bringing the dogs with me just for safety's sake. And the stream goes all the way down to the house this way.
And hi, it's me.
And there's Ivy over there, half dressed. All right, we'll walk back and I'll show you what we got. So this is where it taps into the spring. Everything's underneath the plastic to keep it protected. There's a on-off valve there where everything kind of picks up. And then our tube goes down to our blue tank, which is encased in here. And I'll open this up, show you how it works in there. So you got this piece, which actually wasn't shut, interestingly enough, because I know I shut it last time I was up here. And then just holds the water, comes in this tube from the spring, and then flows out. There are holes drilled in here, and we just keep that on there just to protect some of the sediment from going through. So that's like our first little filter. Just a little piece of filter cloth for a fish tank. We just wrap it around, and actually right now it's tied on with a piece of grass. Then we got this that we lock on tight. If I can get it in the right spot. There we go. And then latch that down. And then we come out, where the tube with the holes, into this long tube into our storage tank. And the storage tank is what keeps the water pressure in the house. We were sharing with our neighbors for a little bit, and we weren't getting any storage tank height, so we didn't have any water pressure. So this tank should be filled up now. And there's an overflow. Let me get down without falling. Okay, so there's another shut-off valve here in case we want to shut it off again to clean the tank. Oh, here's some of the filter cloth. This must be an old piece somebody left up here. So it's just the stuff that goes into a fish tank. It's pretty thin. I'll take that down and throw it out. And then on this side, have an overflow at the top. So see, our tank is nice and full now. And I've already taken a shower today and run 2 loads of laundry, so it's plenty of water. And then we have our tubing, which goes down all the way back to the house. So that whole distance that I walked up, it's probably about half of a mile. And that tubing just runs right along in the creek. And the creek doesn't freeze, so it seems to be a pretty solid water system for all year long. And there's actually another little spring here you can see coming right there. So we would have a second source if we needed it. And there's a bunch. There's a bunch up in this area. There's a little area down the bottom. I'll show you that too. Yeah, no. All right, so here we walk down about 100 feet. You can see the tubing coming down. There's actually a little leak right there happening. Can you see it spraying? There's the spray. So, but more streams coming down here. So there must be a spring somewhere up where Neffley's at too. Okay, so here's the inside part. Comes in from here. And of course we have another additional filter there. It's just a sediment filter, but I'd like to put a 1 micron filter on there to make sure that I can get all of the bacteria and stuff out so we can... I'm still not comfortable drinking the water because I've had some bad experiences with water in the past. So I have a different setup for our drinking water, but this gets the sediment out. And then, of course we come into the hot water tank and then out, cold water, and everything goes there. We don't have a pressure tank. There's no blue pressure tank, just the hot water tank. And I'll real quick show you what we've got going on for water, drinking water. All right, so this is my drinking water setup. Nozzle, of course. I tried to make it so that it would work for the ice machine, but there's not enough pressure for the ice to pick it up. So what I have is a top bucket connected to a bottom bucket. And in the top bucket is one of those ceramic filters that filters everything down to 1 micron. So it takes out all bacteria and viruses, that are larger than a micron, which is pretty much everything, including COVID. So it might be at 0.5 microns, that one. I'll have to look it up and I'll put it down on the video so you can see. I'll verify what it is. And then I pour about, a gallon to gallon and a half in here every day as I take cold out. So I just keep a cold pitcher of drinking water in the fridge. Every time I fill that pitcher up, I fill up in here, and it just cycles through, and we have our drinking water. So my dad helped make that with me. Actually, he did it for me. So that's our drinking water. Okay, so that's the water system that we have out on the property. It was already there when we bought the property, so that was really nice. Here's a couple pictures of things Ivy found along our walk back to the water system. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.